Elio guys, and welcome back. In today's video though, I wanted to discuss with you guys the recent Trinket change and also the introduction of the ultimate evolutions, which affect the natural 5 stars of the game in case you're a newer player. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Alright, shameless plug once again. If you do like the video, feel free to like it. Feel free to comment at any time during this video because it's just a discussion, even though it's kind of one-sided because I'm communicating to you guys. But if you leave comments below, we can kind of communicate back and forth. Consider subscribing if you haven't already. Join the Discord if you want to be more active in conversations and just have fun with the squad over there. And yeah, that leads me up into the point of the video, which is the ultimate evolutions and the trinkets. Now, the trinket change, I think, is a positive one because not only is it easier for us to access right here, but essentially as we go through the different regions, we also have a higher chance at getting better trinkets. Now, this is complete right here, so I'm just going to go ahead and hit complete and see what I get from here. So I got no good trinkets at all, but I did get some gold and that lovely trashy trinket. But that's fine. I can sell that and divide it up for powder, but all I have to do is hit this once again. 5 stamina, it's gone. I can just sell or divide those and that's it. So I think the trinket simplification was a really good idea because we still get all our rewards, but we cut out the middleman because the trinket process before with the anvil on the airship I found to be very non-intuitive. You had to have X amount, or you have to have a certain tier of trinket material combined with another certain tier of trinket material combined with something else to increase your chances of getting a decent trinket to use. While this one, even though we get crap, I feel like this is more accessible, especially to newer players. It's a good way to earn a little bit of gold as you play the game too, especially for newer players, and it just takes the tedious part of it out, which I think is a very beneficial type thing. And then with the other upgraded trinkets as well, let me finish this up because I'm here already. Instead of us having to feed trinkets into other trinkets, it just destroys your inventory because you're constantly recycling through millions and millions and billions of trinkets to level up the next trinket. But now it only costs gold to increase the trinkets, which at first I was like, dude, this is freaking awesome. This is great. It's just like gems. All we have to do is click on the trinket, click upgrade, and let it go. But I'm not sure if this is only for regular trinkets or for the exclusive trinkets. But from my analysis so far, like this stuff right here, dude, oh my goodness. Like, I thought gems were bad. Trinkets, especially like exclusive trinkets. Oh my god. I mean, I would honestly prefer the old trinket system at this point in time because just the rates of getting them is absolutely abysmal. So basically what happened here is trinkets are easier to obtain for everyone, but trinkets are also a bigger gold pit for everyone. I'm not saying it's a gold pit for me. I'm not worried about that. On the casualty account, that's a different story. But main account, I'm not worried about the gold sink. But if it costs millions and millions and millions to upgrade one trinket, dude, holy crap, do we have a good gold sink. And that might have been their goal all along, but I was hoping it would be equivalent to gems, but it honestly feels worse with that. And with the other change as well, with trinkets being more of a focus in terms of pulls over here, if we go over here to the trinket special tab for the summons, we do have an exclusive trinket up chance, and it's what, 400 Astro Gems to do a 10+1 pull of trinkets. So you do honestly get a decent amount of rare trinkets from here, but my issue with it is we have the exclusive trinket chance up, but even though I understand that we don't have that big a pull of exclusive trinkets, depending on your luck, obviously you could say this is worse or better than the whole Nat 5 luck, because yeah, you can get a Nat 5 that's not too good, but you can at least rebirth that Nat 5. This, there's literally like no logic behind this. It's literally you gambling to pull 3 different pieces of whatever kit that you're trying to get for your Ultimate Evolution Astromon. Now, do understand, I mean, this ties into Ultimate Evolution as I get to that point of discussion too. You know, it's not supposed to be super easy to get, but at the same time, I can only imagine someone that has dropped 20 or 30k foolishly into the Astro Gems over here, which congratulations if you did, and you didn't get your mons to the Ultimate Evolution. You played yourself. It's not your fault. But I can just imagine you spending 20, 30,000 gems up in here and you get 3 of Arthur's sword. Like, there's no exchange or anything going on here. So if I pull multiple dupes, can I change it into something that I want? Or do I have to suffer and pull freaking 3 of Arthur's swords and I can't do Arthur's set? Same thing with Persephone. What if I pull 3 of her rods or 3 of the little things that she put on her head? What am I going to do with that? So there's really no control as to making sure that you can get what you can get, and in some cases you can get multiple pulls. In other cases it feels like you literally have to do like 10, 15k worth of pulls to get one exclusive trinket, which I'm not a big fan of. So I definitely hope this system changes. Am I saying it will? Probably not, but at least there should honestly be some type of pity system, if it's not for the monsters, for the trinkets, because I would just be super duper like pissed off if I spent 30k gems and I still didn't walk away with a ultimate evolution. I don't have to have this specific ultimate evolution that I'm going for, but if I pull 6 dupes and I can't do anything with those 6 dupes because the game decided just to give me that, well, it's going to be a bad time. And then you have to upgrade it, which is another gold sink. But hopefully this gets tweaked in the future, because right now it's cool, but it's not really cool, because you just feel like you walk away just scammed, man. Absolutely scammed. Which does lead me to my next segment, though, which is the ultimate evolutions. Now, in case you guys don't know, all you have to do is hit the Astro Guide over here. Obviously, once more ultimate evolutions are included in the game, we can go over here to the Astro Guide and check it out. Which, by the way, do you guys want a Arthur redo review, or do you want me to go ahead and do the purse review, since she does have the ultimate evolution now? I was debating about not doing the purse video because I did hers recently and I could always just add it into the comments. But if you guys want it redone with the ultimate evolution like opinion, add it in there. I could do that as well. But I know Arthur, I haven't done Arthur in like a couple of years, and he obviously has some changes here. But let's go over here. Where's he at? Did I pass him? So you can go over here, and all you have to do is click ultimate evolution. So, I mean, number one, I think they look cool. I think the idea behind it with us having trinkets, you know, certain trinkets that go in certain mons to activate the ultimate evolution is pretty cool. I do like the aspect of it that we only have to pay, what is it, 450,000 gold just to do the ultimate evolution, and it's not permanent. We can take that off and pay a penalty of like, I think it's like 45k, 50k gold. So it's not permanent. It doesn't cost as much in terms of gold. I'm not talking about gems, but in terms of gold as a super evolution costs. And the super evolution is permanent, but it does require the super stones, which it's just a different conversation in itself. But I think the way that the ultimate evolution is applied to the Ashramon is very, very cool, and it doesn't punish a player if a certain mon, like let's say if Light Arthur goes out of meta or something, it doesn't punish a player that they super evoed or ultimate evoed a Nat 5, because we can literally take that trinket set off and pop it on a different Arthur. Congratulations, paid a little fee, it's over. So I think the way it's implemented is good, but at the same time, all Nat 5s with the trinket set do get that added stat boost, which is great, especially for players that don't own these mods or don't really care for these mods. And we could still receive that 10% increase in damage, so you can apply that to your mons and titans if you want. You can apply it to your mons in PvP if you want, but you still get that boosted damage, but you don't get the ultimate skill. Now the ultimate skill, though, is something entirely in itself that is cool, and then also just hilarious, because I thought before this was implemented, with them getting like an extra skill, that all of these Nat 5s are going to be super duper OP. Yes, I understand the stat increase, but it's actually kind of laughable how some of these Nat 5s just get like dirt, straight up dirt on them. Like Light Arthur's ultimate skill, for example, puncture. I think that's great. So you have to use your super skill, if I'm not super skill, you have to use your active skill twice, if I'm reading this right. And then once your active skill goes off twice, the third time you do that skill, you're going to get the ultimate skill instead, which is cool. Obviously, you can circumvent the whole ultimate skill if that mon can't act, which is perfectly fine. And in a PvE situation, it doesn't matter. The computer doesn't care. But obviously in a more competitive situation, this could be problematic depending on your team composition, which I think this upgrade is perfectly fine. But however, we move over here to this, and then Dark Arthur, which we know that Smart Study does not like. He got Light Stalker. So now, put this into perspective here. I'm not saying that all Ultimate Mons or all Ultimate Evolutions require super duper Omega OP Ultimate skills. But if you went through the trouble, not, the game obviously gives you the stuff for Arthur, but say for instance this was a new mon added to the pool, and you went through the suffering of pulling, his whole entire set, and you spent 30k gems, and the only one that you can use at this point in time is Dark Arthur, I would just cry. I would literally just cry. Yeah, he gets a 10% stat boost, but what is that ultimate skill going to do? Increases critical hit by 25% when attacking a light Astromon. What is that going to do? That is absolutely, it's just hilarious. And the same thing with the other guys here, is that some of the ultimate skills add a new flavor to the Astromon in my opinion, and it makes things, well, strategy wise, a little bit more interesting. And then other ultimate evolution skills, there's the 25% chance once this skill activates, if I can get it to activate, of this possibly stunning an Astromon, but it's a 25% chance. Do you know how many times a 60% stun hits in PvP? Do you know how many times even a 70% something sticks in PvP? It's like, I don't know. Yeah, it's just hard for me to put in words right here. It's just hilarious how some of these Astromon have, something good, and then some of these is just like, why even bother? Like, why even waste your time pulling trinkets out here and putting it on Astromon to get it? Which, I mean, in a way is beneficial and not beneficial, because it kind of gears you towards saying, okay, do I need to pull trinkets for this Astromon that I have? Oh, wait a minute, I only have Water Arthur. You know what? His ultimate evolution looks cool. Maybe I'll do it just because it looks cool. Or, you know what? I'm going to save my gems because that's trash. That's not going to change anything. I probably won't even see this activate. And then you have other mons like Water Purse, for example. She has HP aggression, I believe, that starts at 50% of her HP. Once again, that's a unique and nicely integrated passive, and then you get mons like this. So I think the way that the ultimate evolution is, at least the way that it was implemented with the trinkets, is a good idea. I'm not a big fan of the whole trinket situation, especially without any type of pity pulls or any way for us to convert multiple pulls of the same trinket into something that we can use and actually do a ultimate evolution with. I'm not a big fan of that. And also with the stat increase, this obviously is going to kind of change the PvP meta as things kind of rise up, because you have ultimate skills like Arthur, for example, rocking with Puncture. Dark Purse has like Undying Volition on herself. Water Purse has HP aggression, which is going to spice things up. But at the same time, it's pretty much just geared towards certain elements of certain mons, which may or may not be a good thing. I guess what I was hoping for was not so much making the pretty much better of the mons even better than what they are, but taking into account the mons that aren't as good and kind of trying to bring them up to a higher level in general just for usage. That was my hope behind it, but this is what we have for now. So hopefully this will be tweaked in the future, but that's pretty much all I got. That's all I want to talk about, you guys. Ultimate Evolution is cool. There's certain parts of it that I'm not a fan of, and I hope is tweaked in the future. The same thing with the trinkets. But yep, that's pretty much it for my part of the discussion. So you guys feel free to leave below in the comments what you feel about Ultimate Evolution. Do you think this is a good idea? Do you think this is a bad idea? And what about the trinket situation? Is this something that you guys are happy with, or do you feel like it just needs to be tweaked as well? Because they're good ideas, it just really needs to be tweaked to be super duper satisfying, at least in one man's opinion. But that's pretty much all I got for this video, you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and yeah, see ya.